Boy. Yeah. If I welcome to the figure channel, baby, now gonna figure bitch. So today, guys, we are going to wreck how life is without electricity. Basically, that's South Africa. We all know, dog. That's South Africa. 100%. That's South Africa. So yeah, how life is without electricity.
We all use electricity
Load
for our
shedding.
day-to-day lives, like cooking, lights for when it's nighttime, and to charge your phone with that one cable that only works in one position. Yeah, man, it's pretty cool to live in a good
Yo, that's real, dog.
economy. Until you remember you live in South Africa. Bro, you serious right now, bro? Yo, what's good, little bro? Hey, yo, what the fuck? Here in SA, we have a company called Eskom. And you guys outside of SA can't tell how much we hate this company with a passion. Because this company is the main and only electricity utility for the whole country. Again, main and only. And the way they run their business is by one, generation. They operate the power station, mostly coal, some nuclear, but we're gonna get to that for a second. Two, transmission. They manage high voltage networks that moves electricity from power station to major substations. And finally, 3, distribution. They distribute power to municipalities, industries, and sometimes directly to households. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, okay, what seems to be the problem? Well, remember when I said the main energy source is mostly from coal for distribution of electricity? In the big 2025, where we're capable of taking solar energy from the flipping sun, why are we using black rocks? And what makes it worse is that coal makes up flipping 80% of the country's electricity. 80! But instead of investing 80%. On new renewable energy like solar power, wind power, geothermal energy, nuclear fusion, hydro-powered energy, or even fixing / coming up with new infrastructure, considering that most of our power stations are over 40 years old. Got them out here pushing LeBron numbers, bro. Just let them hang the jersey like, damn, my days. And due to corruption infecting almost the entire continent of Africa like a plague, just know that most of the money wasn't going where it's supposed to, especially during state capture under Zuma's run as president, whom for which sucked out government funds like Mia Khalifa in her prime, basically stalling any upgrades for the country. And due to that, the government owes Eskom billions, 107 billion to be exact, and it's estimated to increase the more they don't pay up, for which they're barely even doing, let's be honest. So yeah, bro, we've been suffering for a while, and the only way this country doesn't look like a Mad Max movie, Eskom has to implement scheduled power cuts to maintain their power grids, which is called load shedding. So the way it works is Eskom implements load shedding nationally, but timing and rotation is handled locally by each municipality or metro like Joburg, Cape Town, Durban, etc. It hits all provinces, but it's not simultaneously, it's just, rotational. There are different levels of load shedding. It's divided into different stages. The higher the stage, the more you realize you've been eating good food without a banger YouTube video for like a month. That's how long it might take. And the lightest stage is stage 1, which usually cuts for 2 hours per day. Light work, no reaction, we move on. Stage 2, 4 hours per day. A little bit intense, but still tolerable. Stage 3, 6 hours per day. Okay, it's starting to get a little bit intense. Stage 4, 12 hours per day.
What?
Nigga, what? Now from 5 to 8, it's chai. Stage 5, 12 to 14 hours per day. Stage 6, 18 hours per day. Stage 7 and 8, 20 plus hours per day.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia.
Yo, South Africa is bad like that, dog. I actually thought it was just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. You are still telling me that we have to go to 20 hours.
Oh, hell no! That's hell no!
Luckily enough, we never made it from 5 to 8. Luckily, we usually hit from stage 1 to 4, sometimes 5, but nothing out of the ordinary. But man, it was never this bad, bro. The way we're even aware of these stages is through an app called Eskom Say Push, which alerts out any load shedding cuts that could occur in any area you're in. Let me just say, man, this app is a lifesaver, especially if you're working on stuff digital or prepping meals on time, just at least to have dinner before looking at a black screen. Back before this app, it was a straight up guessing game. You'd be having people coming home from a long day of work or school, thinking about the food they left at home in the fridge containing the ice cream box. We all used to do this now, don't lie. We scheduled for a TV show you wanted to watch at that time.
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
Now this guy's... Wait, what? This man isn't black? Yo, this guy's real, dog. And it makes sense because we lived through that. We all lived through that.
To only return to see Eskom took away the power in your area, man. Bro, this pisses me the flip off. It's even worse if it happens during the day, cause you wouldn't know if the electricity is gone or not. But there are some signs, like we all know that one street light that be on 24/7. Then once you just suddenly see it off, you're already like, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Cause now you already know what's waiting for you at home. With load shedding during the day, it's kinda tame, but at night, if you don't have a machete or a pew pew next to you, just don't stay out at night. Cause here getting caught lacking in SA, it's done, bro. It's wallahi, you're finished. I cannot lie to you. I remember during load shedding, I got sent to the shops by my mom, thinking everything's sweet because, I just brought my phone, just about to listen to music, listening to that Young Thug, you feel me? Just to later say I was stopped by 3 guys with a dog. Since they noticed me having a phone, to them it was an easy lick. But for sure, I wasn't gonna make it easy on them. I did stand my ground, ready to take on a 3v1, and yeah, man, I got my ass beat, bro. Now I went home just to see the electricity just came back not too long ago. It was a worthy life experience, I can tell you that. And if you're one of the guys that robbed me back then and watching this video, 1, subscribe. 2, I'm sending 3 buff black men to hold you down as we speak. Luckily, there wasn't a knife involved, because at some point you just gotta learn to let it go, bro. Cause that chrome hard jacket ain't worth your life, bro. Just let it be. Load shedding at night just really leaves a lot of opportunities for thieves to come inside your house, bro. So just be aware of that. And these just like the bits of pieces of inconveniences you gotta deal with when load shedding hits. Like for example, people that drive
This guy speaks facts, dog. Sorry for the interruption. Tango.
load shedding. I pray for you, bro. Cause there be some drivers that be pulling off Fast and the Furious stunts thinking they've been Diesel, to only wonder why they see Paul Walker in that passenger seat. Since load shedding cuts out every bit of electricity around the area, including street lights, robots, for which I don't know why we call them robots, but hey, whatever, it's robots. So just expect traffic or any type of inconvenience when it comes to driving during load shedding. I wish I can break this down more, but I don't have a car or a driver's license, so I can't speak for those that actually drive during load shedding. But for those that do, just comment down below and tell me how it's like. But the one that we can all relate to, especially for people that do their work on PCs, whether it be editing, beat making, or even making animations like me, just be in the zone, you know, trying to get this work done, only for ESCOM to take away your hard work like Hakimi's ex-wife. Like, this is enough to make a person dread their existence, cause you and me both know you weren't frequently saving that file as you're supposed to. Now you gotta be hoping for the stars that the file was saved, given with a 60 to 40% chance that the file is gone / corrupted or recovered, but now you gotta find the file in the backup file. And if it wasn't saved, just tell that friend that works in ESCOM not to come to work tomorrow. The second nuisance you gotta deal with, which is most common, is not being able to charge your phone during load shedding. Like before ESCOM say push, keeping your phone charged was a #1 priority. We still keep that priority till this day, cause if there's no power on the TV, you gotta keep that phone with me, especially when your phone percentage is like 30, for example. If you think this is a calm percentage to wait on for electricity to come back, it's either you don't use your phone too much or you're not chronically online like us. Cause when you wanna get comfortable with your phone and start doom scrolling through IG to pass the time, yeah, just watch that phone go from 30 to 10 to off in a matter of 30 minutes or 5 minutes if you have a that phone is buns. That's just the worst predicament you can get yourself into, especially if you don't have a power bank. And even if you do, there'll be some times where you just see your power bank is just...
If you don't have a power bank, it's chai. Even me myself, I don't have a power bank. So to me, sometimes it's always chai. Load shedding goes when my phone is at 20%. I'm like, yo, when like I don't have a power bank and my phone is at 20%, it's chai. It's really chai, dog. Yo,
30% for some odd reason. Same goes for laptops. Laptop that's dependent on a charger. Yeah, bro, it's not lasting an hour. Cause there'll be some days where you have your laptop or power bank or phone just to prep up for the getting, just to later see because it wasn't plugged all the way in. At that point, I'll be crashing out. The only way ESCOM is gonna stop me is if they give me a Latina queen, cause you and me both know that crash out was justified. But if you did properly charge your appliances, then congratulations, you have shitty connection. Once cell towers lose power, they either use batteries or spare generators. Most of the time that shit gets stolen. Since most home-built Wi-Fi's require electricity, once it's down, everybody's just gonna be switching to mobile network, which overloads the cell tower, making the signal weak or non-existent. And depending on the service provider you have, that thing might be gone for a long while. So if you had a vid
Yo.
that you thought of watching online, looking at that loading screen is gonna give you two things to be waiting for. If your house is filled with ingredients meant for cooking rather than just instant snackables like, you know, bread, biscuit,
Bread.
fruits, or anything of the sort, then your fate
Yeah.
has been sealed. Now you
With
gotta deal with the
beans.
curse having to check the fridge 20 times, giving you the same level of delusion as the baby, dropping songs with the same flow, expecting different results. We both know that doesn't work like that, bro. This also adds in the pain of coming back from school as a kid, just look inside the cabinet and just see bread and butter, while little baby was 4 pockets full. We were 4 slices away from starvation because nobody wanna be living like this. Coming home to an empty fridge was just a bad sign, knowing that yeah, you're going to starve today. If you were those kids that depended on lunch money when you were back at school, just know this was a daily routine. And 9 times out of 10, you're gambling that money and you lost most of it. Yeah, you're gonna cry today, bro. Load shedding inside a house is not a good thing to experience, but outside it's a different story. Usually when load shedding hits, it's a natural thing just to go outside and socialize. If you're an introvert like me, we all know it's the one
Like
thing
me
that we
too.
do not want to do. But with nothing to entertain you inside the house, what else is there to do but to hang out with your friends? That's as if your
Yeah.
parents didn't trap you inside the house like a slave. Then if not, then you're alright. So then once the group is finally assembled, then you just bored together because there's nothing else to do during load shedding. Like you could just bring your homies together just to be bored during load shedding, like just talk about random stuff. It's cool and all, but once anybody around the area has a football, for which here in South Africa we call it diski, because that is just the best pastime you can ever have for load shedding, because you can play that thing almost anywhere. The streets, indoor field, the park, like the sky is the limit, and there's no place where you cannot play football, bro. They can be so locked in a game, like it could be 2 o'clock and the game begins and it will only end around like 7, because here in South Africa there is a saying, Diski is life, because there's no way a person goes through their whole life without ever touching a ball, bro. That is a lie. There are some side games that they be playing that makes the game even more fun, but that's more of a video I'm gonna cover later on. Trying to stay consistent, you feel me? There are those that actually play basketball too, or any other types of sports really, because as long as you just pass through the time, it's really up to them. There are also those that play board games. Again, if you're not much of an outside person like me, you can just stay inside and play board games with your family, waiting for load shedding to end, like Monopoly, Uno, or even chess if you're feeling like Magnus Carlsen. But it is one of the best pastimes to spend with your family if there's no electricity. But the best one of all, which is the best pastime to do during load shedding, just take your ass to sleep. There are times when load shedding might last longer than usual, but the thing that kind of makes it nice is just to get to spend time with your family during the darkness, because you get to slap your brother at the back of the head and you wouldn't know because you're too dark to see, or just be chilling, just talking about random stuff. Like you get to connect more with your family than you ever did when there was electricity around, because due to us living in a digital age, used to seeing IG reels of Lamborghinis claiming to be theirs, or OF models 18 but really she's just a divorced 45-year-old, or anything online just to keep us glued to our screens. So connecting with the family is kind of heartwarming and refreshing at the same time.
This is your brain when you're focused, and this is your brain when you're in the zone.
And this is
But
my
getting
brain
in
when
the
it
zone
starts to
and
skip.
And refreshing at the same time. Till the electricity come back and forget that shit ever happened. And there will be people that will be so hyped too, to the point where there will just be people lighting up the skies like it's New Year's. Like my guy, we're not even past May yet, chill. But the truth, who can blame them? Because nobody wanna be living in the shadowverse, bro. Like I'm black enough as it is. Like bro, load shedding sucks like hell, but it kinda has its benefits to tell a nigga to go touch some grass. Cause some people actually do need that. Not gonna lie, I'm not into politics like that, but I feel like there's a way we can stop this issue. For which, by the way, I got this off ChatGPT. Don't look at me like that. I know you used it for your last test. It's by first fast tracking renewable energy.
I thought this guy was smart. God, he was taking from ChatGPT. Nah, that's smart though. That's smart to be smart, of being smart to take.
Expand and upgrade grid storages, promote more usage of rooftop solar panels, invest in modern gas and nuclear, and fix the damn municipal payment and theft issue. Why is it so hard for them not to take money? And listen, I don't be watching the news like that, which is just bad because I'm an adult now, and if I'm not keeping up with the news like that as I should, the next thing I'm gonna be seeing is the government drafting 18 to 25-year-olds into World War III like it's NBA draft season. Like, I'm just really asking as a person living in this country, hell, even in this corrupt continent, because I feel like if they want to become as great as America, China, shit, even Finland, they better start side-eyeing Ramaphosa's jokes if they want a stable country, because they know everything funny when they were an attender, eh? Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for 25.6k subs, and thank you for 8 ends or ends. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. From the super chat that you gave me, thank you. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are willing to give out a super thanks, I'll be personally shouting you guys out as I did just now. So yeah, road to 50k ahead. Just like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'm gonna catch you guys up there. So
I'm liking here, dog. Nah, just if you enjoyed that's life, dog. That's life without load shedding. Especially these ones. Stage what? Stage what? You. Is it now? Now that's shy, dog. Now that's shy. But if you enjoy, like and subscribe. 7 by 7. Thank you.